Hello, good morning out there. Hello there, how you doing? Shall I say Merry Christmas to any of you out there that celebrate this time of year, this festive time of year? Um, my name's Ian, and this is the my podcast, which is related to my book, Living with Mitochondria Against All Odds. I hope you're all well out there. And in this edition, I'm going to talk to you about the 4 years that I did the York Scout and Guide Gang show. Some of my friends might have said, "Oh, a lot of," they didn't, always agree with it and that, but I thought it was something really good, and I still look back on it as fond memories and think, how the heck did I do that? I at the time I could still walk. I could see as much as I can now. And I think when I first signed up for it, I'm not even sure I knew what I was getting myself into. But anyway, when you start, you kind of learning to kind of sing some of the songs that are going to be in the show, and they give you all the different years were different, but on the first year I think they gave you all of the papers when you first started. And then you sung certain songs. I mean, my memory's not very good, so 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 I would come home, look at my papers in normal print, because this was the early 90s. If it was now, I'd get them to print them all in point 40 odd, so I could read it actually at the rehearsals, but they were in normal size print, so I came home, put them on my magnifier, and yeah, it was. And then I'd get home and I'd look at them on my magnifier and I'd think, oh, I can't remember the tune. How does this one go? And yeah, that was quite a difficult thing. I mean, these days you could probably look the song titles up on YouTube or Spotify and get them, to remember their tunes and that. Anyway, and then we'd do that for so many weeks. You'd do like a Tuesday and a Thursday evening, and when we were at our scout meeting every week, I'd maybe put my hand up and say, "Can someone give us a lift?" And then one of the lads that parents had a car, they'd maybe come and pick us up, and yeah. So as I say, it was like Tuesday and Thursday evening, from like beginning of June to like the end of July, and then you'd have so much of August off, as lots of people were on holidays and that. And then after that, you'd do Tuesday and Thursday evening, 7 till 9, and then a Sunday, which was 2 till 5. But then after a while, you'd learn which things you were in. I mean, there was about 6 main cast things, and then other little sketches and routines and that. So if you weren't needed for like certain things, you maybe weren't needed all night or all afternoon. But then if you were in a car with someone that was needed all night and you were only needed for the last half hour, you'd have to go and sit around for like an hour and a half. So it was hard going, and with that, I did that for 4 years, and so and then you do like September October, part of November, and then that's like Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, and then on the last couple of weeks in November, you'd maybe do. It depends when we got into the theatre. You'd maybe do the last week in November in the theatre, rehearsing, and then perform the first week in December. And it was all voluntary, and it was all, but it was done. I think it was done fairly professional, and I mean, I don't know if they do now these days, take brownies or rainbows, but rainbows are the female version of Beathers, which younger than Cubs. But in my day, they took Cub Scouts guides, so like you could start doing gang show from being about 8. But I did it from 12 to 15, and then at the end of when you would perform, you would do when you performed, you'd do the Tuesday, like a dress rehearsal, then, or the first year we did like Tuesday dress rehearsal, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday afternoon, and Saturday evening. And I remember on the first when we first got in the theatre, and I like the dress rehearsal and that, I wasn't getting changed quick enough. One, because of my impairments, and two, because I wasn't as quick as everyone else. And it was like running backwards and forwards to your dressing room. And so I think it was clear that I needed a personal dresser. So a couple of leaders helped me, and I think one of my sisters came in and helped two or three times that week. Sarah was 3 years older than me. She still is 3 years older than me, by the way. And then at the end of the week, we had a like a celebration of the whole time, kind of, that was really good, just like a disco, and yeah. But anyway, I shall be back in a few minutes, and I'm going to tell you a bit more about the gang show, and hope you're all listening, and hope you'll all tune back in. And if you haven't already read my book, please download it from Amazon. It's Living with Mitochondria Against All Odds, and I will, as soon as I can find the stop button, I will see you all very soon. Okay, thank you for listening, and hopefully you'll hear me in a few minutes. And yeah, anyway, see you soon. Goodbye.